Follow my pathology as far as you like, because the last thing I want is for people to think that this issue for me is tit for tat, like arguing talking points. When the first thing I heard about COVID, when I didn't know nothing, I said COVID. Oh my God. I believed it. So I was like a little bit shook. Like I was a little scared, like anybody, right? There was people having seizures in China. I don't know if people prefer to remember this shit, but if you don't prefer to remember this shit, then you probably are one of these like, ooh. And then when you match a wavelength of an adult, then you fucking skirt out, like, what the fuck were you doing? This shit was appalling to me. Like, not that, but I'm telling you, when I got the hint of like this is some statistical shopping, because you walk outside and it's normal. I'm not expecting anybody to say bring out the dead. Okay, when it happened first in China, there was a dude's skin turned black. His skin, he looked like he was like cooked in charcoal. He was so old, his skin. After that, I'd never seen one again like that. They were having seizures. You expected to have seizures. You see what I'm saying? But in the hospitals, they were totally willing to intubate people with very particular settings for intubation. The nurses were crying because they felt like they were killing people, because they had so many people that they couldn't monitor those the settings for the intubators. Anybody who died from COVID died from another thing, which is something that you can expect when people get sick. The more times you get sick, the worse it is for your body. So the fact that there was people dying didn't equate to what I expected a pandemic to be, but look shocking and appallingly like statistical data shopping, farming data shopping. Not for, it's for, but this is for your eyes. Like there's a privy class of society. This was your issue. This was cut out for you to give you your issue, and then they allow people to drag their hygienical standards down by walking around with this mask that they put in their back pocket. The germs is growing in there. You slap it back on your face. You make them warm. You make them moist. You keep them incubation, like keep them the shit, like, and then they could say, well, we're going to match you with more and more masks. But at the first, they didn't have enough. So they knew that was going to fucking happen. So if you knew that was going to fucking happen before you were able to produce enough masks in the stages of a pandemic when nobody knew anything, this is not some talking point roasting people tit for tat. Fucking, I got you on education, like whatever. Like this shit was fucking real in a way that was lost on a lot of people, and it pissed me off. So they can still have a sign that says that there's fucking not that much money in the cash register, but you can see that they got enough COVID tests stacked up to if you wouldn't steal all of them, or that's better than, or something like somebody should drive a truck through there and steal all the fucking COVID tests or something like that. That's about, and nobody, it's not it's not locked or anything. You know what I mean? Like it's just out there, like a big ass display. Like, well, I'm not attacking displays, but the Karens that were attacking those displays, they probably looked at that shit like it's more money than they can make in a year, like right in front of them, and nobody's trying to protect it. uh, then the COVID test itself, they don't tell you in the instructions, but it's a reverse H1N1 test, because the way that they were qualifying anybody as having COVID was that if you didn't have swine flu, then they had to assume that it was the COVID, because only COVID could be something similar as bad. And so swine flu is still looming large, way worse than COVID ever was. Now they're trying to convince you, or I mean, maybe they're like eager to see bird flu transfer from a chicken to a pig to a fucking human through the fucking air. Wait, like, give me a break. Like, you don't have to come out with a vaccine already before you can data statistical shop results from some fucking CRISPR augmented strain, not even mutated on its own, but fucking you might get AIDS from this shit. I don't care if Gavin Newsom knows how to fucking dress. Then if he can't help, then I don't know what you're doing. What are you doing? If you're not helping, what are you doing? Just because he's can, you know what I mean? Fucking dapper dance. That's what people are more like. They want to fucking find out. Like, I don't want to hear him. I don't want him to even speak. Oh, like, not censorship, but it's just unfortunate if it's like I'm talking, you know what I mean? Like, I'm talking, you know? Oh, shit. I'd rather listen to people like channels like myself, or making a log cabin, or underground, like a spacious cabin or something for $2,000 like worth of supplies, then they can build some like a house.